What of you? Should have cleared my throat first. Oops. Said I wanted back in this game, so that's what we're doing. It's too unique not to follow through. I say as I begin a new game. So I don't remember dick all what was going on besides I lost my gun. So we're gonna do a new game. Oh man. Might begin to lose his mind. Alright. I like that one. I like might lose. I'm not very intelligent though. I have no reason. Yeah, maybe thinker. Maybe I did crazy last time. Maybe I should. I'll do. No, crazy always, all the time. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Yeah.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Sounds good.
Ever.
Great.
Never, ever.
I'm just gonna keep non-existing.
Time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
Was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you.
Hey.
A mass lies hidden
The
in
fuck out of
your
here, limbic
dead
system.
angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Back into the deep, bro.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just night swimming.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi, let's go.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Return trip to the Silence, please.
You want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Well, one way is a little much. Then again, don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Get it the fuck out of here.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
I mean, it does sound fun.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Thanks, you. I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone! Cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Tell it to shut up. Got time for this? Better. Put it on easy mode, by the way. So you now can easily find that bottle. Oof, do not look good. Magnum size bottle. Ooh, pants. Hell yeah.
You hear a jingle.
Huh.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Thanks, hearing.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Great. Thanks. Over here. Yeah.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
I don't know.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay. Looks good. So we're here. It's in the bathroom. And there's my shirt, there's my tie. Here. Out the door. There's something. Ah, shirt. Hey. Must be my coat. Here.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Nice.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my
Yeah.
face.
There is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Guess my tongue is okay.
It's not.
No.
It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I want to stop
Don't
doing
be
this.
scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
I'm out of here. I'm not going to look at my face. I'm not ready for that responsibility yet. Let's get this. Nice.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
One of my necktie.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
I like that. Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Pull on the fan again.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Gross. Let's grab the tie.
You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse radiation.
I'm having a heart attack, please. I'm dying.
Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. for quite a long time, still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Skill points into Saviar Fair. I'll come back for you. Come back for you. It's over here. Alright, let's get out of here. This place sucks. Yeah. Goodbye. There's something on the table. Yoink. Right, try us again. Ugh. Eh. Take this. Right. Why do I only have one shoe? What? What? Is it in my place? See a container you can open, equipped it for pry bar. Thanks, game. That was a shoe.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold.
Has anyone seen my other shoe? Need it. My shoe. I can't go out like this. People make fun of me. Mind. Yes. Hey, I'm not supposed to know what I look like. Son of a bitch. The trousers give me... Oh. Betrayed me. So these, give me composure. They'll do for now.
There they both are.
Huh.
Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Oh, they fit.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Oh, well. I guess. No. Let's get this over with.
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered
My
in
bit.
as you slowly abort. You clearly have not
I have
thought
to
this
know.
through. You won't like what you behold.
Oh, disgusting. Look at that.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I don't know. It's just
Please
it
stop.
is.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop.
God.
It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Oh fuck. So many good options. For the ladies, it's an expression of pain. Yes.
You are correct.
Thanks. But oh. Ha! Encyclopedia, go.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place.
Oh god, gross.
somewhere
Ew, it's
the
in my
past.
portrait now.
That's all you know for now.
This one!
It's too late. like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Oh, you guys can't even see the mouse. I can't, like... Eh. Well, I regret getting this portrait now. Look at it. It's severely disgusting.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
I can't face her. I'm too ashamed of my face. Goodbye. Alright, how much money I got here? Like 40 cents? Nice. Buy a book. Reading passes time quickly. Why would I read? Get out of here. Nice music. I have to sing. Nope.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
You got a
Through
point.
PA system, by other people,
True.
whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
You okay there, Half-Light? What should I sing?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. Don't really get a gauge of my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe
Okay,
that
so I
smirk
can't
off their
cease.
face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
Heh.
You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Fair. I'll find something. What was that? Doo-doo. Yo.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Bomber jacket. Okay. So I'm talking to him. Or am I? I'll talk to him. Wait. Stuff. Can I rob him? Man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter,
Oh.
rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Wake him up!
You gently shake his shoulder, but
I
nothing
can't do
happens.
anything.
This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Okay. Alright, guy.
A bespectacled man
Him.
in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You,
Hey, Kim.
as you
I mean,
approach,
guy.
he
I don't
narrows
have your
his
name yet.
eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Who is he?
Is your half-brother.
What? Okay, yeah.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant.
I hope I get a chance to call him
Precinct
half brother.
57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Yes!
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yeah, it's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself
No,
that?
you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Sounds solemn and historical. This is an opportunity to start your life anew as a classier person.
Got it.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
No.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Sure.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
You're with the police.
Yes, of course.
I have not.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Sure.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like dead bodies, dude.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
Yeah.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Well, he can get it down then. God.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Oof.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if... No, hold on. How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Fuck, my jacket gave me away.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspector General?
Internal Affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from Criminal Investigation.
You said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Don't do it. Don't bring out the badge. But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It's not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Great.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort.
Well,
The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine.
fuck yeah, morphine.
They won't have that. So cigarettes will have to do.
Oh. Let's go.
After you, officer.
Kitty.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
Yes.
The lieutenant nods politely.
Yes.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Sweet.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Yeah, I mean,
In another time and place, she might have flirted back, but that ship sailed long ago.
The shame.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Gonna have more fun, come on.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know. But there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
He doesn't know. I'm gonna find him.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 hoods are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Yeah, I don't mind going slow, just really clogging up this investigation.
Perhaps another time.
I'm gonna go.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down
What?
on the
I have a
world.
family? What? Who's someone dying? How's it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin.
The fuck's going
You
on in the
shiver,
background?
and the city shivers with you.
Oh. Right over there. Okay, right.
You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol
Oh,
cloak.
motherfucker. What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district.
Doesn't even
Faint
answer.
golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blots left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Yes, I'll run just through my hair. Ooh, what's in the east?
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strike breakers have gathered.
Oh, there's a fruit on the corner. Plastic is folded into a small under counter.
The great gates
Steal that.
of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers.
God, that's a lot of
slip with the
talking.
rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within. and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
Beyond that,
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
let's cross that.
Huron.
Oh
the
my
lower
god,
middle
please.
class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. A
Uh-huh.
silvery curtain of rain.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
It's good. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Hello.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's
questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
No. Never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool. What are you doing here?
I am working.
On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
What?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
True.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Yeah. It's one interfacing. What's this? What?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet.
I am the law.
It's the jam, my man.
It's a jam.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout
Fuck,
and this
time's
was all
passing.
I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
Thanks, empathy.
So tell me, what do you need?
Never think about the dead
You're
guy?
not one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
What?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Tell me about that. Anyways, I don't want to
Dear
talk to you
stranger,
anymore. Why? There we go. Alright. She doesn't got feelings, dreams of weekend life. Yeah. All in sake. I'm not gonna talk on the radio. Get a raincoat. Or fine one. Jesus. They're much hunkier than me. Shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. I'll try not to be. Still late for that though. Take. Alright, guy, who are you?
Welcome to Revachol.
Dressing my party like
Don't
that.
you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors
What?
came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
What?
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, you tell him, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Yeah, so we are in limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol.
Right.
It's a lorry driver thing.
I know
Racist
exactly
lorry
what
driver.
you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure
Sensitive,
you
isn't he?
behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Moment to shine. Alright, cool. I've got your back, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The
Arrest him.
lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Fine, that's settled. We have a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has it been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of car are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Why is my thing like this?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Fuck. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
What?
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in
Fuck, I'm losing
charge,
time to this guy.
You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I punch him.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat. Almost forgot where the mute button was. So you're just a racist. Makes
I'm
sense.
not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Sure.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should
I am
be
pretty
in charge.
superior.
Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
What's
It's
wrong with-
what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses.
And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No? Dominating culture is...
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I can think. I can get down with racism. Nah. Fuck yourself.
Don't push your luck, Runt.
Jump. Now where can I steal a coat? Freezing here. Even though I'm wearing a jacket. Flowers.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
What is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
How do I pick up tear for the tear
You
machine?
need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Nice.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are
$4.
transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's this?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Too rich for my blood.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Be a little more specific.
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Well, okay. It's just better versions of those.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain, the great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I'll just take it in.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
What the fuck does that mean, bitch?
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Eh. The boss.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Oh, what
You
are you
mean
reading?
this?
Scandalous.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
What's this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I'm gonna point to myself, that'd be sad. I don't want to point at her hat either. I could just be making fun of her. I'll do it though.
No, I don't like it. I hate it.
Yeah.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I have some questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
Tell me about the dead person.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so
Did you know the man who died?
not really.
Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has he been there?
I don't know really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Suck.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. This place sucks. This thing's too expensive. I can afford all this garbage. Making my way downtown. What's this? I don't have a bag! No! Check out this body.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
You know.
An off-key melody
Oh,
starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Oh.
Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Uh-huh.
Kudo, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Who's the counter? Please open the
No,
door.
I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You
This place.
ring the doorbell, but no one. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair.
Fair.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but
About
nothing
Emma's
happens.
passionate.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
LeBron's taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work.
Slipstream.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
I thought this was Slipstream's SEA.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Sure.
It's a woman, and she knows you.
Oh my god.
Your heart beats faster.
Could this be love?
No.
Oh.
Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
What did I do?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally once again.
And about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Fuck.
The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
Still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, bye.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
I can never do any of these. What was that?
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Ice City?
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
In hall?
Nothing happens
Oh my God.
after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to
East
talk.
entrance?
Silence. No one.
Empty card?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh.
Fine.
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Fine. Let's go to the body. Ooh, trash. Love trash.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
The
container.
body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there? He doesn't talk.
Trash,
Oh,
food
there we go.
waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in
What
there.
do you mean, feel?
It's an extrasensory perception. Whatever's in there holds a special significance.
I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here.
What?
All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force.
What kind of extra natural abilities do they possess?
None, because they don't exist.
Oh. I'm so disappointed right now.
There isn't. But we should still access this container.
Let me get the lock open.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
I feel like pry bar's the way to go. Sorry, kid. Not talking to you right now.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
What are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Cupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What's this sinking feeling? I have the words with their carriage.
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the
No.
carefree lollygagging.
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor
The
carriages?
Cupris Motor Corps does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But what is a motor
A
carriage?
motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
Can we turn it on drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap on the fuel
As you
preheater.
tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Or
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Dr. Den. This is Firewalker. What? Hello. What's the officer for first ranking? Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I'm done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Run your fingers over one steering
The
levers.
white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Pull out the
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work.
Pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more.
Or
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Take the chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The
Get
pull-out
out of this.
toolbox slides back into its nest.
Okay. Now let's go break into that fucking garbage can. I'm dealing with this kid. Right.
This trash container is locked.
Legendary.
The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "This trash container is locked." The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Legendary!
Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just... What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
No. Hang from the crowbar with all your might.
There's a
Wait.
creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Okay, I can't pry it open.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
It's... Nice. Stuff up there.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Why am I looking at this?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Yeah, it's like on something. Hey, you. What you doing hanging here?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some
I'm
questions.
going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Giles, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
Tell me every time,
Shut up,
please.
talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Why? Whatever.
I
Juicy what
mean
now?
drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Okay, do you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Okay, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Guys, siblings?
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
You want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
No questions.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Sure.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
I should. Do you know how I got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Yeah, where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
It's a nice city.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Yeah, let's talk
You're
about something else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Kids off to play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
It's with the greenhouse over there.
Don't know. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Even by kipped.
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
Me and the young woman.
Look,
Yeah, gardener.
Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Kuno, there's a stack of a ternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
What? Don't I have a single normal thing to say?
We are way beyond normal already. We are in the Star Chamber.
I'm not gonna bother kidding with my star chamber.
Are you having a seizure in Kuno's yard now?
Oh fuck! All right, I'm back to these options, I guess. Oh man. So you say, but I saw past the veil.
Fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
No.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
whatever.
go.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay. See ya.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Good. Goodbye. My voice is telling me to go back to over here.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
+2. Inland Empire said come back, so.
Because
Fuck!
it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the
yes.
It reveals no secrets at this time.
I'm not doing too well on my rolls. Let's go get that key. Oh, hey.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Guard, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Detective Raphael Ambrosio Costello.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Yes?
I have everything. You?
Yes, I have questions.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Yeah, where did Sylvie
She
go?
went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine.
What's your problem with me?
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop.
Being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all those things? No, not that one. I'm not appreciating your tone.
It's not. You're right, it's not.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law.
How do I get the,
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Thanks, encyclopedia.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
You're under arrest. What exactly is
What are
money?
you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
You're under arrest. No, what
I'm
happens now?
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
No.
Good luck.
The key!
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I don't know.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marble Hill.
Why did you say that?
Do you know a place called Marble Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
Expression?
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
Well, shit. Yep, that's where I lived.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Sir one, trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 81, until you reach the dumb and imminent in North Jamrock. Streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down the main to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. That's something they actually want me to do. Let's do it. I still need the thing though, the key.
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
Absolutely out of the question.
Yeah, you can
You
stop.
wait and see, cafeteria manager.
Yeah, you tell him, Volition.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Is it the trash can?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Okay.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Doesn't really change that statement though. Need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
I'm not bringing them back. They're mine now. Word on money, encrypt a plastic plug. I don't have one.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat falls.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the box of the carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Nice.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag 'em.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Bag it.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Nope.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
I want the mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take it.
Mm-hmm.
Search.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to say.
What do you want from me?
What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it up.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well,
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Sure.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Done.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into her, actually. Look at all the content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case, and start getting paid again.
I don't need to take this from a fucking mug, alright?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Oh.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Smell it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Yeah, inspect it.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
I'll take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect it.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Well, Lieutenant, is this one of those hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Interesting. What kind of
It
information?
depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
That's all. Thank you.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Look at this.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Which the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
S1. I'll wait. How's the
They're
white
not
papers?
exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, the unsolvable case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you?
Love it.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Okay, my cases appear to employ some kind of name convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean non-numeric titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Seem to have named the case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that.
Good name.
To amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case. Is there a rope?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
With paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you? Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be?
Sit on a
good
stick?
Normal name. Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger...
Cockfinger? Nice.
They're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fine. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man.
Kip
Good
sucks.
strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alright, I'm done inspecting
You don't
these.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow
In
pages.
the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
That form, bro.
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field
A dozen
autopsy.
pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Sure. Of these?
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Bro, this case
Arson,
files again.
petty theft, spouse. You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
28's not
They're
that
a
great.
little
Let's do it!
further from your nose. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor. Arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them.
Anyway. Done this. Alright. I have a level up to do. Still at the body.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Kind of
Heavy
boots.
workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
Try it.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
And there goes my morale. Let's try looking at this body, I guess.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
We're all judging.
It's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow, Kuno.
Throw up!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More
100%
fever than
chance.
odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Walk away! That's from the drinking, guys. Not from the dead body. Remember that. Yeah.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do I get it from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Let's go.
This Postler Vantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
Good.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail collection
The mail
box.
collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you.
Sweet.
You shudder, then you swallow, and then suddenly you see it over all the other graffitos. Someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words Revachol forever.
You got some of those quote-unquote salts.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
So, if you're salt, I think you use
Sure.
some.
I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Wow. Alright, how's this going? %, done. How do I get from more? Oh. Yeah, so I only have 3 available. What is this?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
I've been walking around for like 3 hours. Let me rest. You, what do you want?
Hello, sir. Step right in.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Sure.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
It's a board game.
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Nope. Let's go inside. We're book people now. Sleeping heals all your health and more. Yeah, RoboCop, I won't have to worry about it. Aren't you the bitch that hung up on me?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall. Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall. Return
Where are they?
maybe 100. Man from Heimdall.
Jesus.
Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
At all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell.
Do any of these call out to...
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him.
Sad.
Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women?
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Tell me about the books.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
So popular.
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
They're all the same. However, the customer customer is always right, they say.
God, you suck.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I have $9. I need to find something to fine you with. Get some of that dosh. This one.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes, an endless variety of source books, lore books. There's also a large hardbound tome. There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board. Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
Why would I? Yeah, it's expensive. Out of here. Curtain.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Sure.
It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it?
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still.
Yeah. Map.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinique, the north coast of a verdant island. To the east, Huron.
That's
it's so
too much reading.
No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have.
Yeah, this place is boring. Just open this curtain.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtain.
Let's find her.
Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they
Hold them open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
But since this place is calling for me, I must investigate beyond the threshold.
My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear
Police
sir.
officer,
Why?
you go there.
It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go.
I'm gonna open them.
No. Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Lies. Rip them open, we say.
Yes, have
There
that.
is something mysterious about the curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
True.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Strategize.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Check your surroundings.
The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear.
What the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Break it down. Nope. Always. What about?
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
I deserve this. My body deserves this, to suffer for being this weak and disappointing.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
Yes.
I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms.
Strategize
That's
again.
right.
Check your posture.
Steady breathing. Solid core. Steady breathe. The room, it's made of a solid block of wood.
Try it
has stood
again.
there for
Preparation
ages.
phase
The
complete.
hinges are old and coated with a layer of rust. It should be doable.
No.
You smash into the wood and
Success.
see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Wordless. Hope it doesn't damage my health again, though. I get murdered by spirits, right? Or at least the stairs, and I just tumble down, break my neck. Sure.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plate. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Yes.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then
So
the
like a
feeling is
wrestler then?
gone. A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Head hurts, so I'm not gonna do this.
What is this place?
My head hurts bad.
We don't have to explore an abandoned gym, you know?
I
Besides,
have
no
to.
one's
She said
been
there's
doing it.
spirits.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. Now let's move on, shall we?
Man, this guy's got like no sense of adventure. I can sell this for 4. Yes. Yes.
Yes?
$3. Oh my god, this is worth it.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in
fuck?
scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Wax-based magic.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Sure.
The Haldor, the Tuorg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
One of them is a welcome supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Let's move on.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Sad.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Okay, well. I'm not gonna check out that noise just yet. Money anywhere? Your computer. Hell yeah, more money.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Turn on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Sad.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Display.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Sure, Half-Life.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production
the
schedule?
filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Fuck. Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
I'm fine with that.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Thanks, reaction speed.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
What is that?
Any other questions?
You machine? Are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and
Damn.
my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I don't know if I should say that. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident.
Right.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't get lonely.
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why
Sure.
she does this.
Sad.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Print.
Nothing happens.
I'm leaving. It's this one.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
This game, who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
How do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Oh. Alright, let's see what's through here.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Failed business?
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Absurd.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that?
2 call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a 2-way radio.
Absurd.
Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Did everyone this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
This is a role-playing game.
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We World board game, with hit death thrown in.
What do you think happened in the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The world is cold and lonely. Let's keep it company. Let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
Fine, your loss. Myself. Like a bundle. $2, nice.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful.
What is this thing?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
What's that?
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
I examine.
A friendly
Sure.
cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What's the fridge doing
Good
here?
question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from the second round
I
war?
know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Yeah.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Alright. Close the door. We're done here. Screen maker, defroster unplugged. And doorway. Two rifles.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I really
Your
do.
hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect them.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's true.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
This is me and a
It
rifle
means
here.
there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Why?
He likes this find.
This is our secret, Kim. I wanna equip it. Arrgh! I'm keeping it forever, so.
Yes?
Okay. It's over here. Money! Hell yeah.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I want them both plugged in. Ooh. Mama. Yes. No, let's not go upstairs just yet. I think there was something over here. What's this?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Is it a furnace cam?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Inside.
It's dark and grimy here.
A flashlight.
In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I think I can hear some talking.
Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Smear your hands with gold.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the ring.
I'm wearing gloves.
Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai. ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
I mean, yeah.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I gotta stick through it, you know. I'm the reincarnation of an ancient bad guy.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place, and I need the protection of my war paint of lords.
This protects you.
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage with the spirits that guard this place.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Kick it.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Just killed myself. Well, this place
Bent
sucks.
metal,
Oh god.
broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects.
Sure.
You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yes. Gaze upon me, stuff in despair. Oh, new thing. Multi-object task force. Do it. Yes, I want all of them. Alright, we're going upstairs now. Let's go, Kim. Can't believe you let me do that, though. Real dick move. But first...
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know why I'm plugged in to do things without any
The
reason.
lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes.
The electric distribution board now has...
Money? Hell yeah. Let's go upstairs. What I say is I'm still dying. Blood by meds. Oh. It's this door. Oh. Let's go get some health. Hopefully I can afford something. This one I think. It's that one.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
I am dying.
They all bear
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Oh, God, it's the stuff. Okay, that's all I want. Bye. Wait. No. Goodbye. Alright, scabs, what's going on here? Why can I not? I want to deal with the scabs.
Inside, you see a set of
Yeah.
steering wheels, a radio microphone, a pull.
Oh, turn on the headlights, Kim.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Got it.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Well, if you want to, Kim.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The raspberry gauge
Ugh.
and the engine of the police commander comes to life with a whiny growl.
My ears.
The lights unfold with a little click. casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in
Put this flashlight away. Okay.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Sure.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Get the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Hey.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Seems nice.
No, it does not.
God, try to be nice, you asshole.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up
The
different rows.
first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means.
Shut
yet.
up. Next
The
one.
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them
There
individually.
are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
Last row.
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it.
That's it.
Oh. Yeah.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
Hope so.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Do you really think I have any idea?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be Super Cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct.
What?
Now, let's look at the last row.
Kim? Kim, what do you mean were? Kim?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Nice.
You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills? That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen?
Definitely not.
So I'm a killer.
That's right. A killer of humans.
Half-Life, can you shut up? You're not helping me.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Uh-huh.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her.
What?
Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
What?
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful
Kim,
for.
come on. You don't gotta be a dick, man.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Pretty sure I still have that war paint on me too, so have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
You're a fucking riot, Kim.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Oh. Thanks, Kim. Thanks.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Alright. Where are my tasks? What am I doing? Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, God. Ask Kuno. Ask Gart. Ask... that one. Sylvie. Eh. Ah, yes. I wanna do the sad song one for sure. These ones I can do again? If I can, then let's try wake that guy up again. If only for the experience. Hey, you're drunk.
The worker is in a deep sleep. Perhaps he's on his way.
Hold on, I have a red thing.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
2 hours?
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? It's like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Lick it. Don't lick it. Lick it, but only a little. I'm gonna not lick that.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Wake up, guy.
Is in a deep slumber.
We're just talking to Gart. Anti-Dream Task Force. Do it!
The worker continues to nap, undisturbed despite you shaking him.
I'll get him up. I need to talk to Gart about the clothes. Ooh, what's in here? It's my stuff now. Let me just sneak on past.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Push it.
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Give me the keys to everything. Oh.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
So,
as you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Sure.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few
The man
questions?
puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got impressive pots
He
there.
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Do you know what behind
He
the door?
looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Thanks, composure. I'm gonna leave. What's this thing? Take it, I guess. More healing for me. Oh, it's so much better. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Art, was it?
Can I help you?
Fuck. I was hoping I got his name wrong. Here's the trash.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
Strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Sure.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Maybe someone on your staff?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue
I
state.
think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
I will punch you.
Yes.
Bye. Hold on. You're supposed to give me the key to... What?
You see a heavy...
Fuck. Let's try this again. Hey, blue door in the back.
Can I help you? What thing?
This mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Frit warehouse, probably.
3 T's, Frit.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
It does.
So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I don't really care about the
What?
game. But
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
thanks, reaction speed. Go upstairs. Okay, I can't interact with this door? Fine. It's my room. Wait. Tie.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
This is where the magic
And
happens.
by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Well, crimes against myself
I
anyway.
have no idea what that means.
Looks toward the exit longingly. You didn't have to follow me in here, Kim. Right, that was all on you.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets
It's a
look
bed.
awful.
Alright, Ty, I'm back for you.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches.
Yeah, I
or
know.
has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck.
Okay, so I need
so that you may
severe fair. This one. This one. 0. Fuck, no wonder I suck. Accept changes in clothes. Now, this gives me -1 to savoir faire. I just take off my pants. I don't really need all this. -1 savoir faire. I am in peak condition to get my necktie.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment?
Get it!
Oh no.
Are you
it's
fucking...
happening again. You didn't catch it, and now there's a numbness in your left arm, plus half your chest.
Oh god, Kim, please!
This time. Maybe you should stop trying to catch the tie.
It's my tie.
Still happening. Definitely worse than the last time.
Kim.
Finally, the stabbing recedes. You could try doing it again to see how painful it gets. But you would probably die.
Oh, well, I have to, though. How many more skill points? Drama. Oh, God, that's so gross. Stick with that, thank you. Hey, Kim, can you get my tie?
Yes?
Mine. Oh, mirror.
A mirror
Oh,
hangs
God.
on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Interesting. Oh, the note from the fridge. Totally
The
forgot about
note
this.
is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
No.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Soif.
You have any
I
idea?
don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Did. Who's the other?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Incuno.
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Where was the note?
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Anyways, back to the other thing I was doing.
A mirror hangs on
Oh
the bathroom
god, I have to look
wall.
at this every time.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
28% chance. Why not?
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
That's fair. See ya. I'll get that necktie though. One of these days. Or get a heart attack trying, who knows? So that's what it seems like it's about to happen. I know where the key is, so let's go back to that fridge.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
Sure.
In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Thanks.
What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
True.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Thanks.
This orange machine is dead still.
Pry bar,
a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
I don't. Okay, well, we're just gonna leave. Because this is a
orange machine is
white
dead
check.
still.
Is this a white check?
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Good. Maybe if I wait longer, the ice to melt more, it'll be better. I don't know. I'll just wait. Dark in here. Right, well. The fuck over here. Still need to try to get that body down. That one. This one. That, just need to have it in my inventory. Hey, look at this again.
There are several footprints in.
It's take a while. Find some trinket. Show damage ledger. King to man. And the barbell. Let's check the ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board with the permeable straw inside is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why? It's unjust, that's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore.
What thing?
The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Body it is.
There he still is, looking right through you with
Has
his
ammonia.
eyes. The body below is it. You crack
God.
open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in.
Actually did it.
The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
What kind of boots are these?
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay, what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he's just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
What if they told him to strip before they hung him to demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Joe looks out of place.
It's expensive.
What you doing, cat?
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
What you talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby! Nod to the boots.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
Yeah.
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit a lieutenant in a conspiracy.
If this people is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die?
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
Damn it. How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. That's for us to just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
I totally did.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
Sense?
No, your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what a security
Hold the boot up.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
They're not
the
sure.
Sabatons.
Knock on.
This
Oh, shit.
feels the Sabatons.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Much harder.
Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click?
Yeah, it's like
This
dice
is a
roll.
kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Sure.
Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Pull it.
This feels dangerous.
Grab it.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
What?
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
There you go.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
Well, apparently I cannot answer you, so let's back off.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Switch the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Sure.
Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
It's about time for a drink.
Extremely.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Huh?
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in a circus. We're transporting black spotted giraffes?
No. More like in a harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get a sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay. You should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Well, they sure want him to stay there.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Even get off there.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What would mine be marked
Alcohol
by?
And heartbreak.
Thanks.
Your fist clenches suddenly.
It'll be marked by bullet holes.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a microelectronic system?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
Missing something.
I agree.
Oh, Jesus. Loud ass fucking zipper scared me, Jesus.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I'll let him work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Uh-huh.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound,
My
a
eyes.
shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I'm gonna toss it in the garbage.
The glassy-eyed corpse,
Over there.
his eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Who are you, dead man?
The corpse.
I can't do any of them.
Silent.
Jesus.
You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
This man enjoyed the
Why
moment's
do you
death.
think so?
Supernatural reasons.
There are no supernatural reasons.
Don't mark that.
I am less skeptic about this hunch, he thinks, than I was of the supernatural premonitions that overtook you at the trash container. He
Hey.
then covers his nose again. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Let's go ahead and take it a step
As
back.
you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder. His face and hands are pink, thighs too, rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
He's laughing at me.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
He's beaten up.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Good. Sweet.
Totally.
Funny guy. Totally.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Alright, back
But
off.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Oh man, no. Let's get him done.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
I brought the chain cutters.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Maybe we can shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Yeah, just shoot the belt.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Come on.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Do it, Kim. Yeah, it's not do it.
But what else can we do?
It's on the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Could use the kid's ladder.
I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Yeah,
There
fine.
has to be a
God.
less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Can I ask help from the
I
harbor?
was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe.
Yeah.
But what other options?
Someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone who's below detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective.
Fuck.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Well, Hassel, it's not
We
doing.
are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
I don't really want to pull his head
How
off.
do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Try. Yeah. An empire. And who are you, dead man?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair
Don't
of
fuck up.
underpants.
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Hey, shut up, Half-Light. I have questions for
Go
you.
ahead, Kobo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out west.
I can't get the damn compartment ledger open.
The Blue Heart. Oh, that's good shit. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard, Copopo the clown.
Like, right here? Like...
He means force.
Oh.
It'll work.
Gotcha. What's
What
happening?
do you mean?
Talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Love it.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so
Because
much?
you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of
Coming
questions.
right up, Copperoony
Oh, shit.
Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
My name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. Name is Raphael Ambrosius Castal.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just a Harry or something.
feel like I've
That's
been-
right. Harry.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of Harry
You
lately.
might be onto something there.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Oh, fair. Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face. Motionless. looking into my eye, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me to.
You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now. Sean Loeb looking at my face.
This case is all I have.
I'm all you have? Then you truly lost it all, brother. You let the world drag it all away from you, and what it left, you pissed away. And here we are. Sean looking at my...
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
I hate you, you stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that
Fuck
bright
yeah, I'm
kid.
so smart.
We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Sweet.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo.
Sweet.
The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, you have to speak like that? What dialect is that?
It's a mishmash, Copperbolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Sure what Messina is.
Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown. Trust your inner racy.
What are you, racist now too?
You think I am? You think I was a racist because this lump looks like military and has tattoos? That's called profiling.
So you were feeling sexual arousal. They were hanging you.
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
What is that?
Captain Copodromo. I fear we are drifting away.
No.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like
Yes.
Captain Copodromo? I fear we are... Maybe I was Do I
No.
Captain
Fine.
Copodromo? I fear...
Enough.
Come back later, Coppo. You...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the
Hey, man's
board.
advice.
The permeables just released.
Finally.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's
Two
that?
ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Fucking kill yourself, you asshole. What the? No. Pick up the ticket
Two
stubs.
octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it'll make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let go.
What was that?
Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold, a persistent chill.
Hold on to it. Read it.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out, you're asleep behind me. It says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
What?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets
Did I just pass out?
Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Cam, catch me!
No, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
You told me to...
Detective, is everything all right?
Well, I guess. Well then. Did I die? What just happened? Wait, am I dead? Son of a...
There is nothing. Again.
Okay. Alright. Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Can't do this to me. Slayer.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Is that X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Just lie there, I guess.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes,
It's cold.
they're pouring something on you.
Yeah.
It's in you.
Yeah.
And
It's delicious.
Is it alcohol?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
I'll drink it.
The water is cold, silvery. The stuff of life itself.
Back to
as
full
it
health,
pours
hell
down
yeah.
your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
I'm sure I had like Powerade or something.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
Let's read the ledger. Ledger of failure and hatred. Wow.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Without resistance or sound.
Fucking kill yourself, you
the
asshole.
Words just crossed your mind somehow.
What are they for?
Who do you think?
I'll close it.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
And logic. Wait till morning. Yeah, let's internalize this one. Oh, it's done with the anti-object task force. That's good, that's good. Ah, him. What are we doing? You don't know. I'm gonna leave this way. Voice was telling me something about the northwest. I didn't really get it. Try it out. I'm not looking through those. What's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? 3%. Let's do.
You have no clue.
Ow.
It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
True. Hey you, nerd. Just spill the paint.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Sure.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yep. Yeah, when were we last
Had
tested?
a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Sure.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Why are you... I don't really care. I have
Yeah?
opinion. Love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Glad I could help.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Anything about the murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Fair.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Yeah, I've got 2, idiot.
Anti-object task force.
Do it. What the fuck?
Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
Do like that. Attacking physical objects heals damage. Huh. That could be good. +1 pain threshold. All physique learning caps raised by 1. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Is this nothing? Wait, can I... No.
A sturdy metal.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
The police.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
It's cold out here.
No. I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Alright. Fine. What's that? What's this? It's over here. Fuck yeah, drugs. What's this? Hello, person.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
Hello.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Joyce L's L stand for.
Peyton, my maiden name.
Shake her
I'm
hand.
glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
8.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Hey, why are you having me be the lead on this, by the way?
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
Interesting.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Tell me about this strike.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What's your role
I
precisely?
believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Sounds easy enough.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell me more about the behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organisation now. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this command?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Villain?
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What are
There
demands?
are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Seems like they have no idea about business.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared.
What's that even mean?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana.
This checks out.
Scabs gauge. Put them there.
Scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog? If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret.
Tell me about the boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about
Really?
him, of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Be that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
It's 2 of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you...
A mob. The debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Sure.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
I prefer not to have an opinion on these things.
Of course, officer.
Does something happen in
I'm
elections?
glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll
Change topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Do you know anything about these
That's
tattoos?
the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about
Better not
tattoos.
tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I...
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Wow, you seem rich, can I have some money? Thank you.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Boat. Now we're just looking around. Haven't saved ever, so we're gonna call it good. I think I've been going on long enough yet. Search games possibly, or do my own thing. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But thanks for joining me. Hope you guys had a good time. Take care of yourselves.